Hi guys, thank you so much for calling in for our weekly Dreamers in Action team call. My name is Lauren and I love seeing all of your faces. I love just seeing the energy and getting to just connect with you guys on Tuesday night. So it's so fun. And before I turn the call over to Kristin, who's going to be doing most of our training tonight, I wanted just to go through just a couple things with you guys. Number one, we are week 2 into the 90-day action plan. And so if you've not already done so, make sure you go into the back office under training and watch, this week's segment on just connecting and kind of do the buy-in that they're asking you to do to stay on track with the 90-day action plan. But I'm fired up. Last week I watched so many people just share with more people, connect with more people, get more tasting parties scheduled, and it's just fun to see when the team is working together, just 10 feet tall and bulletproof and excited about our products, excited about helping others, excited about the opportunity, and doing everything we can as one and as a group to help that many more people out there. So just as a friendly reminder, I've got some really fun contests going just for February. So these basically started the beginning of the end of January, beginning of February, along with the February pools, and they go through February 19th. So I'm running the contest in line with the February leadership pools. But for anybody who rank advances to director, executive, or the next star level, I'm matching cash bonuses. So when you hit director from Isagenix, because of the reset, everybody's eligible for Crystal Director. You're going to get $750 plus $100 for each new consultant you create. And I'm going to throw in an extra $100. So the lowest level of that is like $850 and the highest is $1,250 that you guys will be able to earn for creating 6 new consultants. For executive, I'm matching an additional $200. So you get that $1,000 bonus from Isagenix. I'm throwing out an extra $200. And for anyone who hits the next star level, must be paid as executive, golden circle. So my 2 stars going 3 star, 3 stars going 4 stars, that type of thing. I'm throwing in an additional $250. That started last week, and I'm going to offer it every single week through February 19th. So you guys just get laser focused. Fill out your maps. This is for anybody who has done it, that's going for the crystal again, or who's never hit that rank. So someone like Kristin Burgess, who's an executive, if she goes, and hits crystal director again, 6 new consultants by the 19th, she's just as eligible as the person that was enrolled last week and has not created any consultants yet. So this is for everybody. The second thing is I love to reward you guys for growing your business and for growing your net cycle growth. And so I am paying additional cash bonuses for those of you that are growing the volume of your business. So anybody who's cycling between 10 and 19 times, so 1 star, I'm going to throw you out $100 every single week up through February 19th if you hit those goals. Notice that if you hit a rank, I'm only matching it if you've fallen 1 rank below. So for example, if you're a 3 star, which is between 40 and 60 cycles, I'll still pay you for the 2 star promotion, right? But I won't pay you for the 1 star promotion. So I'm willing to do it for anybody who has dropped their business, right? Up to 1 level below, no more than that. So if you hit 2 star, which is 20 to 39 cycles, I'm going to throw out $200. I'm doing this every single week for any single person that does it up until February 19th. And then the same with 3 star, $400. And if you hit 4 star, 60 to 100 cycles, an additional $500. So you guys, these flyers are on our Dreamers page. But if you've ever had the urgency to grow your business, like the time is now. We've got a couple 3 stars that are really, really going for it. If you crush 4 star, by the 19th of February, not only are you getting, all the cycles and everything from Isagenix, but an additional $500 from me. So the flyers are in there. I just want you guys to go for it. I want you to run. I love spoiling you guys. I'm really just because it's a little bit of incentive to help that many more people as fast as we can. And last but not least, you guys, the Phoenix contest, all of the details are just getting locked into place. And I get more and more excited about this every day. So for the winners that win this trip, we're going to go down April 27th through April 30th. It's the 3 top winners and then their significant other or guest of their choice. Thursday when we get in, and we're staying at the Scottsdale Plaza Resort. So it's a super nice, 5-star resort, great pools, great golfing, great spa, things like that. That Thursday afternoon, we're going to have a private lunch with Kathy Coover. She and her assistant are coming to spend a few hours with us. Thursday night, I think we're going to be on our own. And then Friday, we have a VIP tour with corporate. You guys, normally when people go through the corporate office, They, it's like a 30-minute tour around the building and you're out the door. We're going to be there in a private conference room for 6 to 7 hours with elite training from Travis Garza and the Cougars and the sales team. They'll cater in lunch. I'm going to chauffeur you guys in black town cars. It's really going to be like over the top. It's going to be so fun for you to get that leadership training, the belief in the company, that time with corporate, and of course, time with each other. And it's going to be beautiful in Arizona that time of year. And then Travis Ogden, who's our COO, who's the president of the company, I had reached out to him and invited him to dinner and said, hey, we're going to make reservations. Would you and Holly, his wife, join us for dinner? And he wrote me back and saying, I want to host you guys. What are your thoughts about catering in? And I hope you guys have watched that video, but his home is beautiful. And the fact that he's going to invite us into it, to spend the night in the backyard and just get to know you guys and help you with your business is so incredibly generous. And then Saturday, we'll hang out by the pool, we'll get massages, we'll golf, do whatever, go out in Scottsdale Saturday night and come home on Sunday. Last but not least is Eric Cooper is out of town. He happened to be in Australia that weekend, but he's going to offer each of the winners a private 30-minute coaching call. So just imagine 30 minutes, just you and Eric Cooper pouring into you, your leadership, your business. I mean, what an amazing, amazing gift. So I just want you guys to go for that. Any single person can win this. Someone who got started yesterday and someone who's been doing Isogenics for 3 years. So the point sheet is in our page, how you can earn points, but it's enrolling, rank advancing others, and buying event tickets. So like grabbing your celebration tickets helps you earn points. Making sure that you're rank advancing your team, rank advancing yourself, enrolling, the bigger the packs, the higher the points. So I'm just excited to celebrate you guys. I'm excited to see where this goes and just wanted to have a couple minutes to overview all of that with you. But with no further ado, let's kick off our Tuesday night training call. The topic, our 5 core beliefs, is probably one of my all-time favorites. I think it's so, so, so important. And Kristin Burgess is going to lead us through that call, you guys. Kristin, I met kind of through Facebook, through friends of friends, and she's become such a light in this team, such a dear friend of mine. And she's like super wife, super runner, super mama. She's a 1-star Crystal Executive, 2-star Golden Circle, racing her way to Start 1000, well on her way to a 6-figure income. And watching her journey, watching her growth has just been incredible. And I love her saying that has become such a popular hashtag on this team of why would you not, and she just makes this so simple. So I know Kristin's going to do our training, but she's also got a couple guests that are going to hop out tonight and lead our call before she gets into it. So Kristin, I'm going to mute and turn it over to you, mamas.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. The first thing I'd like to do, excuse me, is start off by welcoming my mom. So, Mama, you can go ahead and click your mute button, right, Lauren? She just clicks the mute button on her phone. Oh, okay. Everybody's muted.
Hey,
Mom, can you hear me?
She, on the bottom.
Yes, I can hear you.
Of her
I
okay,
did.
Cool.
There we go.
Can you hear it now? I'm
okay.
sorry.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So you guys, the product spotlight for the week is our awesome toner. And my mom is 64 years young, and she loves our skincare. So Mama, take it away. Share us a little bit about how you feel about it.
Okay, well, I started using the Isogenics cleansers and the whole line, and I absolutely am addicted to it. I've been doing it for about a year. I love the toner especially because what's so special about this toner is it doesn't have any alcohol in it, and I love that it's fragrance-free. I love how it makes my skin feel. I feel like my face is brighter. All my skin is brighter than it used to be. And I always think that, when I'm cleaning my face, I get all the makeup off with the cleanser, but then I use the toner and I see a little bit of little particles on the toner piece of cotton. So I'm really glad that I use it because I feel like it really cleans my face and gets everything off of it before I'm ready to start all the rest of the products. So I would always, you never miss the toner because it's one of the most important parts of this segment.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Well, you're welcome. I love it all.
We love you too. You guys, next I'd like to welcome my super good friend. Her name is Kelly. She is amazing. She just is such a she has so much knowledge about health, and she has such a passion, a deep passion for living the healthiest life possible. And so she would just like to share a little bit about her product experience with us tonight. Kelly, are you there?
I am.
Okay, yay.
Good evening, everyone. Like Kristin said, my name's Kelly Fultonier, and I'm a longtime friend of Kristin's. And I was introduced to Isagenix more than a year ago, and I've lost about 20 pounds on the program. And life got in the way, and I've gained a little back, so I'm recommitting to getting the little extra that came back off again. And I know with these great products, I'll be able to do it. Before Isagenix, I was always searching for that magic, that great magic, to make it happen. And I wanted it to be easy and convenient, something that I would do, and these products have done it for me. I love that they're all clean and good for me. And my favorite product in the whole wide world is Ionix, and I also love eShots. So I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to share with you how much I love these products and what they've done for me. And have a good night.
Awesome, Kelly. Thank you so much for taking your time to share with us. I really appreciate it and so proud of you.
My pleasure.
Okay, awesome. Next, you guys, I would like to welcome Renelli. Renelli is just, we are so grateful to have her on our team, just such an integral part of our team. So Renelli, would you like to share with us a little bit about your business story?
Sure. Hey, thank you so much for asking, Kristin. I prior to Isagenix, I was with another network marketing company for about 6 years. I really loved it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't know what else was out there. And I went to a network marketing conference just a few months back, and was indirectly introduced to Isagenix, and I was just drawn to it. Like the woman that was speaking so eloquently was talking about how her and her husband were able to replace their full-time incomes within a year and a half. And quite honestly, that was really attractive to me because my husband and I are really looking for a lifestyle business, something that can retire him here in the next year and a half, and just really be able to live the life that we actually want, a life by design. And so through a series of events, I bumped into Melanie and got introduced really to the products, and I just fell in love with the products, the business opportunity, just fell in love with it all. And then a week and a half to 2 weeks later, I had resigned my leadership at the other company. I jumped on board, and now I'm just really excited. We're really, really excited for the future. I feel like we're in the right company at the right time, the right products, and I know that the sky is the limit now for us. So we're just very blessed, and I feel very lucky to be part of this company. So
awesome, Renelli. Thank you so much for sharing. Clearly, I totally agree. Every single word you said, amazing. So thank you so much for sharing with us. All right, you guys. So tonight, I want to talk to you guys tonight about our 5 core beliefs. This to me is everything. When I personally commit to something, I am all in. I'm doing it. I'm not sort of doing it. I'm not in and out. I'm very passionate. And for me, these 5 core beliefs, it's so true, and it's everything that we do. And these 5 things, whenever you start to kind of lose yourself, or you lose one of these 5, bring yourself back to it. Hopefully tonight I can share with you a couple tips, maybe something that will really stick with you, especially with one of the core beliefs, because they're so important. And I'm so sorry. I luckily really, for these are really somewhat easy for me. I mean, I definitely have to bring myself back to them once in a while, but I feel so strongly about all 5 that for me, it's really not hard. So the first core belief I'd like to talk to everybody about is yourself, and how important it is just to believe in yourself. see your vision and never lose focus. So whatever your vision is, whether it is something financially, you know, a life of freedom, your family, yourself, whatever it is that you're looking for, paint that picture and keep it there. And every morning when you wake up, look at that vision and see it. And every night when you go to bed, look at it and see it. And keep that at the forefront. Keep that at the forefront of your mind every single day. Going along with that, develop your why. Now, when I first started Isagenix, Lauren was amazing with helping me develop my why. I will never forget, she may or may not know this exact story. I will never forget, I was outside of my house playing, my kids were outside playing, and I was on the phone with her. Very first, like one of our first few conversations. She's talking to me about your why. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like I have a why. Like I know why this would be helpful for me and why this would benefit my life. And she said to me, she said, what is it? I want your why to make you emotional. I want it to give you shivers. I want it to make you cry. I want you to jump out of bed in the morning and be happy. At the same time, again, I want it to make you cry. What is that? Instantly for me, I knew my why. Some of you know my why and some of you don't. But since we're talking about it, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to share just a little bit about my why. So for me, my why is first and foremost my family. Number one, it's really important to me to be the kind of mom I want to be. And I'm not going to back down on that. It's a standard. One thing that we learned at NYKO, you have standards and you have goals. So for me, it is a standard to be the kind of mom I want to be. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to sort of be this vision of a mom that I want to be. I'm going to do it, and it's going to happen, and I'm going to find a way to do it. And for me, that is being able to freely pick up my kids from school, go to their events. I want to be in the classroom. I want to do all those things. I want it all. However, I also want to be able to buy them things. I want to go on vacation once in a while with them. When they need new shoes, I want to go buy them shoes. I don't want to be stressed out about it. I don't want to be stressed out about buying food. If we want to go do something fun, we want to go to a movie. It's like $50 for a family to go to a movie these days. It's ridiculous. And so I want to be able to do these things and not to stress out about it. That is part of my why. But my true why that gets me emotional is my daughter. So some of you know my daughter was born with 4 toes, and she has 4 metatarsals on her leg, on her left foot. In addition, her left leg is smaller. Her whole leg is smaller. Right now, she's not quite 4, and it's an inch smaller. They're predicting that at puberty, it'll be 3 to 4 inches smaller, which is severe. She can't live that way. She may not have an ACL in her knee, so she might have to have her knee totally reconstructed. And I don't want she's going to have a couple of major surgeries down the road. I do not want these surgeries to define our life. Financially as a family, I want us to do things. I want us to live. I don't want her to have guilt. I don't want any of us to have guilt. I want her to get whatever she needs, and I want us to continue living our lives. That to me is my true why. I'll do anything to make that happen. It doesn't matter what it is. We also don't know for sure at this point, she's not quite force. We've got several years, but at this point, not very confident in if insurance is going to pay for anything. It's really, really rare what she has, and so it's not proven that these surgeries would actually help her. So we have no idea if insurance would even pay for it. So that's huge. So that is the biggest part of my why. So again, when you guys are developing your why and you're believing in yourself and you're seeing your vision and keeping your focus, remember to keep your why so powerful that it makes you jump out of bed. It makes you cry. It gives you shivers. Think about a couple of different things. And I read this in the 90-day game plan, and this really helped me. So number one, why do you want to live a healthier life? Think about what Isagenix is really all about. Why do you want to live a healthier life? What is that for you? Is that energy? Is that sleeping better? Is that weight loss? Is that muscle gain? Is it your family? Is it career related? Is it friends? Is it you? Is it really just all about you? And that's just fine, because if you're a better person, everybody around you is going to be a better person. The second thing is sharing Isagenix. Whether you're trying to help people with income or those innate feelings and emotions that we attach to helping someone and sharing somebody, that feels good. That feels so good to get that phone call, knowing that you helped someone, you made their day, they're sleeping better, they lost weight, whatever it might be. That is an amazing feeling that has zero financial reward to it. That really trumps the financial reward. The third thing is what drives your actions. So if your actions today are not getting you to where you want to be, if they are not getting you to your vision and your focus, then change it. Change your actions. I've heard Lauren say that. I've heard many of our awesome Isagenix leaders say that, and that has really stuck with me. And I can honestly say every single morning when I think about it, and I think about my day, and I set my intentions for my day, I think about what is going to help get me to my goal. Am I wasting my time, or am I really moving forward? The fourth thing is share your story, you guys. I don't know if some of you saw on ISA Business Facebook page, but I can't say her name right now, and I wish I wrote it down. But she, at Isagenix Millionaire, she made a bunch of tips for us, and a lot of them, it was the post about how she said that she has became a millionaire 100% off of social media. Did anybody read that? She basically said, that
you're talking about Angela Maresca.
Yeah, thank you. And she was just talking about how her whole Isagenix business has been made off of social media. And one of the things that she said in there, and I actually wrote it down. I was going to talk about this elsewhere, but that's okay. I'm going to talk about it right now since it's on my mind. She said, and I'm going to quote her. She said, get out of your own way. Stop giving SHIT what people think of you, and start changing the world one life at a time. I've never had someone shame me for, I've never had someone say, shame on you for posting your magnificent journey. Now I'm thinner and healthier, so I'm angry at you. Nobody's ever said that. So believe in yourself. It starts with yourself. Our second core belief is product. Now, this is kind of funny for me. So being a nutritionist, this was so easy for me. I mean, it was like a no-brainer. I mean, I read the ingredient lists, I call corporate a couple times, I had a couple of questions. Lauren obviously was a wealth of knowledge for me in the very beginning. For those of you that know a little bit about me, I'm extremely anal about chemicals. More than calories, this low carb craze we're on, none of that matters as much as chemicals to me. And so the fact that our products are so amazing, they're third party tested. I mean, Isagenix spends thousands, and I don't even know, hundreds and thousands of dollars on getting all of our raw ingredients third party tested. So if you're not quite sure what that exactly means, and you're not sure what a no compromise policy is, just Google it. Google Isagenix no compromise policy. Sometimes I will send that to people. So people who might be doubting, our ingredients, the cleanliness of our products, send them that, and they can read it. There's isagenixhealth.net has a couple out there about our no compromise policy. But basically what that's saying is that they send every raw ingredient to a third party. So a laboratory not related to Isagenix, so completely unbiased, to test every single raw ingredient for herbicides, pesticides, GMO, artificial flavors, sweeteners, anything, basically anything. We're not certified organic, so that's true, but we are spending a lot of money making sure our products are the cleanest products out there. For me, that was a no-brainer. The other thing that was amazing for me is we're not just a shake company. Sure, Isoline's amazing, especially the strawberry, but I mean, we're not just a shake company. I like to think about some of our products that I call them like magical. And so I literally sometimes will say that to people. Sometimes out in the state of Colorado, I feel like we have a little bit of a tough market sometimes because people just are pretty into their nutrition. And so for me, I like to think of what products are magical. And to me, our magical products are Ionix Cleanse for Life complete essentials. I think our complete essentials, even without isogenesis, with isogenesis, it's even more amazing. But even without isogenesis, it's amazing. That's absolutely a magical product to me. I love our greens. Most superfood greens powders out there taste pretty rough. And most people love the idea of having a superfood greens, and they get super gung-ho and excited, and they have it once a day, and then they really don't love it, so then they fall off. The consistency factor is not there. Our greens are pretty good, especially if you do the swamp juice and mix it with ionics. I don't think you can beat that combination. I think it's very magical. And then last but not least, really our whole AMP line. So for those of you that are somewhat familiar with the AMP line, I encourage you, go to our different websites and use those websites to become more familiar. So, being a runner, I have tried so many products over the years, so many different products. And I am so grateful to have a company that has everything I want. And I can just go get it, and it's all there. It's all clean. True story, when we came out with Fuel, I was like, oh my gosh, who did this? Like, whoever did this, I need to kiss them, because this is like something I've been wanting for years. It's not a goo, it's not a gel, it doesn't make you want to throw up while you're running. Shauna, you know what I'm saying. Chris, you know what I'm saying. But like, it's applesauce with these amazing particular amino acids that our body is just craving. And that was very magical to me when they came out with that. So please take a look at our AMP line, because again, not just the Fuel, but every product in the AMP line is magical. So, thinking about our product, again, that was such a no-brainer to me. Super easy. Hopefully it is for you guys. And so our third core belief is network marketing. Now, some of you guys have maybe heard me say this, but in general, I'm a pretty naive person. It's true. I think everything's good. I think everything's honest. I think everybody's, really great. And for me, when I came into this business, I had no idea that there was some denotation behind network marketing. Honestly, like I was already making like over $100 a week, and then I was like, what? Wait, what? Like, some people think this is a bad thing. I'm like, what are you talking about? How is this bad? This is amazing. and so, thinking about, maybe part of the reason why some people that you're communicating with might have a little bit of a, something negative to say about network marketing is they clearly haven't had a good experience. So my question to them is, well, have you ever worked with Isagenix? And they will say no. And then you say, okay, well then don't judge, because maybe Isagenix is different than all the other network marketing companies. I don't know. I've never worked with them, so I'll say it right up. But like, how can this be bad? How is network marketing bad? Look at us. Look at all of us right now. All of us on the phone, all of us looking at each other. Does this feel bad or negative to any one of us? No. And I also explain to people, I have kind of two tips. I explain it to people that we're not a pyramid and we're a spider web. I don't know, Lauren, if that's true or if that's okay to say, but I say we're more of like a spider web. I would say, no, we're very equal. Like, one person doesn't really, our compensation is even throughout the entire thing. So one person doesn't really get the advantage. And then a lot of times people will come back to me and they'll be like, what about the person that enrolled you? And I'm like, yeah, I hope she does. I hope she is earning everything that I am doing, because I wouldn't be here without her. She trains me, she supports me, she's my cheerleader, she tells me what I'm doing wrong, everything. So I'm like, yeah, she deserves it, totally. I sure hope she's getting it, every single penny. I have zero problem with that. And the second thing going along with that is actually, I don't know if she's on right now, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but Haley shared something really cool at NYKO. And so, do you guys know the Crystal Executive, Crystal Manager sheet of paper, like the map to Crystal Executive, map to Crystal Director, and all of those? If you guys print that off, that does not look like a pyramid. And so I don't know for sure exactly, I don't know if she was just with friends or exactly the story, but either way, she had friends telling her, well, isn't it just a pyramid? Isn't it just a pyramid? I don't want to be involved in a pyramid. And she brought out that sheet and she showed it to them and they were like, oh, it's really not a pyramid. So I thought that was a really good tip. So when you're trying to explain this to people, instead of talking to them and telling them how it works, send a video, of course, and then also maybe even just attach that sheet and they can see how it's really more of a spider web effect versus, someone is making more than someone else. We're all even. So all of these reasons make me not care whatsoever. And then you go and you look at, Isagenix business, you look at all of our different Facebook groups that we have. I mean, it's a huge family. I don't know about anybody else, but if network marketing is bad, we are not in that company. So again, really believe that. The fourth core belief is in our company. Again, this is my first time doing network marketing, working with a company like this whatsoever. But I can tell you a couple stats. For example, we have, how many millionaires is it right now, Lauren? 210, right? Yeah, so 210, the 210 millionaire just announced like a couple days ago. In 14 years. Tell me another company that has that. I don't know about you guys. My husband is an engineer for a rocket building company. They don't have that many millionaires, and they're rocket scientists. So, I mean, we're doing something right. That's amazing. I don't even understand what that means. To me, that is just out of this world. The fact that we're on our way of being the largest health and wellness company in the world is super cool. I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes when I hear stuff like that and I think, oh, the biggest, the best, I'm like, yeah, sometimes I don't always want the biggest. Like, that's just not me. Like, sometimes I'm like, well, maybe the low man on the totem pole is better. But the fact that we're all making up this company and it's not one big corporation type, that's awesome, because we can all work together in this big spiderweb effect to really try to impact the world and change the world. And thinking about Isagenix and their core values, integrity, the culture, live, love, laugh, everything that Isagenix is about. If you're not really sure what that means, go to an event. Honestly, go to an event. I'll be honest, I've only been to a couple big ones just because of timing and finances and that whole thing. Every one that I've been to has been out of this world. And I just went to NYKO and it was absolutely amazing. It's so funny because you'll look at the person next to you and you'll be like, are they lying? Like, did they script this? Is this true? Is Kathy Cooper like that? Or, all these other leaders, like, is this real? And then it's like hour after hour, it's all the same. Day after day, it's all the same. It's all consistent. You look in our catalog, everything is consistent. The way we talk, the way everybody does everything. It's amazing. It's such a caring, heartwarming, full of integrity company. And so I've never really had that. I've never felt so kind of loved, really, in a way. And then the cool part about that is it makes me want other people to feel like that. And that's what this is all about, is what can you do for other people and how can you paint this vision for other people? Which leads us into the fifth core value, and that is the compensation plan. I remember when I first started Isagenix, and I got my ISA wallet card with, I think $100 for my double PIBs. So for a couple of weeks, I was like, PIBs. Like, I didn't really understand the BV thing, and that to me was cut and dry and double PIBs, and okay, sweet, let's go with that to start off with. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh my gosh, $100 a week. Holy moly, like, I think I got this from my double PIBs, but whatever, I'll take it. And then it kept going, and then I started to see some cycles, and then within a couple months, I was like, wow, like, I don't really have to watch what I'm spending at the grocery store. I mean, I do, but like all of a sudden, like this stress was relieved from me. I mean, the fact that our company is redoing a complete crystal reset, that's such a great opportunity to grab this. This is extra money, extra, totally extra. That's not including business volume or PIVs or anything. These are just bonuses. So for those of you that don't know what that means, so Crystal Manager is $250. So let's say you stop there. What would you do with $250 extra dollars? Whatever, it doesn't matter what you do with it because that's awesome. $250 is a lot of money. Director is $750 extra, just because you hit director. That's not including anything else, right? No other compensations. Executive is $1,000. So that's a total of $2,000 extra dollars just because you shared your story, you came up with your 30-second story, you shared your why, people are attracted to you, you're a great role model. Here you go. Here's a couple $1,000s. No big deal. That is amazing. And the coolest part is that you can do this all in the pockets of your time, whatever time frame you're setting aside to do your isogenics business, or you're in the car waiting on a kid to pick the kid up, or whatever you might be doing. The fact that you're able to bring this income in through our amazing compensation plan, all the different ways that we get paid, it just comes from everywhere. And last year when I was entered the director pools, Lauren's giving me advice and telling me all these things, and I'm like, all right, well, I think I get it. Like, I'll watch the video 5 more times because I've watched it 10 times. But what's funny is in the beginning, it might be confusing. I'm not a business person. I am not a business-minded person. Business is hard for me to understand. I've never really paid attention to it, so that's part of it. But what's funny is now that I look back on it, I'm like, it's so simple. And so in the beginning, if you're confused, if you're not really understanding, number one, I promise once you're in it and you're dealing with the compensation plan and it's coming at you, you'll start to understand. And I promise that one day you'll look back on it and be like, okay, I get this. Maybe it's a little bit confusing here and there until you learn it, but most things are until you learn them. And then once you start to get it, you'll understand that they really are trying to pay us forward in any way possible. And so that's why there are so many different ways. And because there are so many different ways, it can kind of get a little bit hairy once you really sit down and look at it and understand it. And then you'll see it's actually quite simple. So, really believing in yourself, believing in the company, believing in our products. Of course, you have to be a product of the products. Believing in network marketing in general. Whenever I meet another network marketer, whether I like the company or not, I'm like, sweet, that's so awesome. Let's change the world together. Good for you. And then really believing in our compensation plan. When you really dig deep and believe in those things, you can do a lot with them. And I feel like, I'm still working on growing my business. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm working at getting there. And when I bring myself back to these 5 core values, I'm like, yeah, check, 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 check. Why would you not do this, Kristin? Why would you not? Let's do this. Come on, and it's just super fun. And, I know I'm not going to be quitting anytime soon. So if you guys have any questions about any of those 5 core beliefs, hopefully I didn't go too fast. I'd be happy to talk, or if Lauren, you want me to add anything, let me know.
Well, you better not be quitting ever. I don't know what this anytime soon is. I'm like, what? I'm like, ever.
Never.
I was in Jimmy Smith always said the only people that don't make it in network marketing are the ones that, quit or they never get started. So, I actually, you guys, we do have just a few minutes here. And I mean, Kristin, you just did such an awesome job. Like, I was literally typing a few notes down, and I love seeing so many different people in our team train because we just relate to different people, and it just shows that anybody can do this. And we all find our own different way and our own niche, but it really just shows that possibility. But one of the things, if you're okay with it, I'd love to just touch on briefly before a Q&A is, if you go through those 5 areas, you guys, and I was trying to type some notes in the chat as Kristin was talking, but if you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 being no belief and a 10 being rock solid, unshakable, bulletproof, where do you fall? And very few of us are 10 out of 10 in all 5 areas. It's great that Kristin is, than I am now because of what I've experienced, but I didn't used to be, right? And it's really important that you get honest and you be vulnerable, because that's how you can improve, right? And so when I first started, much like Kristin, I was 10 out of 10 in these products. I mean, not only because I'm a nutritionist and I could read the labels or some of the stuff that Kristin's sharing, that there is this third-party validation or research or testing, but how I felt. And what the people around me that I'd shared it with and how they were feeling. So, I mean, it's so easy, I think, for us to believe in the products right away. A lot of you are here because you shared because of your transformation or how you felt, you know? And when you understand our company and you hear the story of the Cougars and John Anderson and them coming out of retirement to create this company. And like Kristin says, when you go to an event and you see the culture and you feel the love and the authenticity and the integrity, and nobody's there talking about mansions and $1 million cars, and, you know, they're talking about service and contribution, and that you're a part of that. You know, a lot of people believe in the company right away. And, you know, the compensation plan, some of you are like, is it really going to work? Is it not? But Kristin said up front, I mean, we have so many thousands of dollars in the upfront part of the compensation plan before you have a team, before you have a network. And a lot of companies, they make you build the team. They make you go through all of that before you start earning income. And with your very first referral, Isagenix is rewarding you. I mean, they know people are rewarded by compensation plan. So the ways that you earn income as a really new business builder is going to be totally different as an experienced leader and after you have a team, but they're celebrating that every single, you know, step of the way. But for me, like, one of the areas I really struggled with was network marketing. You know, I had parents that had made poor decisions in a different company, and I watched them lose things. And I was like, I'm never doing that. You know, all the horror stories of, you know, companies that closed or paychecks that stopped. And I really struggled, and I had a lot of pride. You know, I have 2 bachelors and 2 masters and too many continuing education certifications. I had a lot of ego that I wanted to be distinguished, right? I didn't want to sell what everybody else was selling. And so I had a really, really hard time with this industry, and I was naive about it, but it was something I had to work on, because it was one of those things I would say, do I want to be a nutritionist or do I want to have a freedom lifestyle? You know, do I want to be a know-it-all nutritionist, or do I want to be an Isagenix millionaire and be able to take care of all 4 of my parents in retirement and put, you know, future kids through private school or whatever it was? And so I had to learn this industry. And so for me, you know, I read things like Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, I watched Eric Worre's Rise of the Entrepreneur, and I listened to David Wood's, you know, Mythbusters over and over and over until I was rock solid in this belief, until I understood that just because some companies had gone wrong, not all companies had gone wrong, and a lot of them were doing it great. And Isagenix was one of those companies that was going to do it the right way, that wanted to be ambassadors, not just for the profession, but for the globe. You know, I mean, some of the things we're doing and making the planet more green and how we contribute, you know, and I got excited about that. And so a lot of people waver in their self. You know, I mean, Kristin is used to consulting people in health and wellness. She's a registered dietitian. That's what she does. She's a personal trainer. But some people say, are people going to trust me? Do I know enough? You know what I mean? Are people going to follow me? And, you know, you can work on your affirmations as a business builder. You can work on your state and your stance as you grow yourself. But some of the things that hold us back is just feeling like you have to be a know-it-all. And the best thing is to be inspirational and not informational. And you don't have to know everything. You just have to know where to find it or who to put them in touch with. You know, and so I know at the end right now when Kristin is chatting about the compensation plan, and some of you are brand new and some of you are like, what, leadership pools? Like, what is she talking about? And I've always said, learn arithmetic before you learn calculus. You know, Gianni did such a great job of giving me the tracks to run on. She used to call me a what next girl, because she would tell me something and I would go, okay, what next? And she would give me another step and I would be like, what next? If she had given me that entire pie, I would still be stuck. I'd be so frozen. But it was like she gave me action steps every step of the way that I figured out how to do calculus in regards to Isagenix, you know? And so, Kristin, you've done such an amazing job. But I would just encourage you guys that, you know, when you get out a piece of paper right now, I mean, really do it and write out those 5 things: belief in self, belief in the company, belief in the comp plan, you know, belief in network marketing, belief in the products, and rate yourself. Be honest. We're not going to ask to see this, but where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? And where can you shift? If you're a 5 or 6, if you're a 3 or 4, how can we start to just shift you this way, right? How do we help work on your belief that you become 10 feet tall, you know, bulletproof and unshakable? And as David Wood always says, if you're a 9 out of 10, you might as well be a 1 out of 10. Because if someone got down and proposed and said, hey, honey, I love you, I'm 99% sure I'm going to marry you, like, all you feel is that 1%. And so if you're wavering in your belief, people are going to feel that when you do launch parties. They're going to feel that when you connect. They're going to feel that when you're trying to enroll, when you're overcoming objections, whatever it is. And so part of this is a skills-based business, and part of this is working on your belief. But I can tell you, as I look around at the call right now, people that are on, Kisa is 10 feet tall and bulletproof and unshakable. She didn't used to be, but she's done the personal growth. She's gone to events. She's benefited from the compensation plan. She's helped a lot of people. She's had a transformation, right? But it wasn't like that. I mean, she was one of those people that told me she wasn't going to tell anybody until she believed in the product. She wasn't going to share until she had her own transformation. And she's a six-figure income earner, right? But it didn't happen overnight. So just remember that it's, as you're on your own journey, don't ever compare your beginning to someone else's middle, right? We're all a work in progress, but we weren't there. I mean, I look at Jen and Adam, and they surely were not the Jen and Adam that you guys are looking at today, you know, with the industry, with the products, with the compensation plan. You know, we all are working on that. So just get real with yourself and then spend the time to become a 10 out of 10 in those areas. So if you're looking at the products, you know, spend some time on IsaMovie, spend some time on isogenicshealth.net, go through IsaBody Testimonials Facebook page, go through ours, and just look at success after success after success after success. You know, if you're, you know, worried about the compensation plan, look at other companies. I mean, ask a lot of people and just say, what would a couple $100s a month do for me? I mean, Kathy Cooper has a goal to have more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any other company. But just because you're not making 6- and 7-figure income earners, just because you don't have the same dreams as Renelli and Ryan or Joey, does not mean that a couple $100s a month or getting on the Eat for Free program is not a win, right? Like that hundreds of dollars a month saves marriages, that pays off student loans, that makes car payments. And so I just encourage you to, you know, keep it in perspective, but borrow other people's stories, borrow other people's belief while you're still working on your own. I tell Janny every single day it was her belief that got me here. And I love it that people are borrowing me all the time. On a daily basis, I probably get 15 to 20 text messages. Are you sure this is going to happen? Do you promise I can do this? Do you promise this company is the real deal? I'm like, yes, just keep going, right? And then I see them pay that forward to a lot of other people. So before we hop off, if anybody does have any questions, you know, I mean, Laura's on here, Jen and Adam are on here, Kisa, me, Kristin, please feel free to hop out, unmute yourself, and just ask. And even if you're just like, what's the best place to go to work on my belief in network marketing? You know, what's my best place to go to work on belief in myself? What's the best place to go to work on the compensation plan? Whatever that is, like, this is your time, and we want to be here for you. So you guys definitely, like, give Kristin a huge round of applause. That was amazing. And this is a lot to cover in a half an hour, and you did awesome. But if you guys have any comments or questions, I mean, we've got about 10 minutes left, and we'd love to be here for you. Or Kisa or Laura or Jen, or I mean, anybody who has anything you feel like you want to add while we're here of your experience. I mean, I invite you just to share that. This is such a special topic.
Was somebody going to say something?
You.
No. Okay, so one thing that I want to mention is I didn't understand residual income in the beginning. I didn't know what that meant. And so for those of you that are naive like me, you don't know what that means. So when you're thinking about nutrition and you're thinking about residual income, people need it all the time, right? So, you know, I know we have skincare, but if you're talking about other companies, network marketing companies, or just other companies in general, it doesn't really matter, and they sell something like skincare. I don't know about you guys, but I buy skincare like a couple times a year, right? Or something like that. I don't know, but it's not all the time. I'm not like, oh, I'm out. I got to get it. And I just bought it 3 weeks ago. I need more. You know, we need multivitamins every day. We need nutrition every day. We need good food every day. So residual income is that coming in on a continual basis all the time. It never ends. It keeps coming in because they need good nutrition on a constant basis. The cool part about that is that means that you get this awesome relationship with these people, constantly growing them, helping them with their goals, continuing along with them in their health journey as you are receiving residual income. I remember the first time I started to really get develop business volume. And not kidding you, true story. I was on a hike with my family, and I click on IsaPulse, cool app for those of you guys that don't use it. I click on IsaPulse, and I'm on a Sunday, and so our work week ends on a Sunday, and so I click on IsaPulse, and I'm at like 3 cycles, and in my head I'm like, that's awesome, that's a lot of money, that's amazing. We go on a hike, and like 2.5 hours later, on our way home, I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's any different. 5. It was at 5. And I was like, that's like $100 more in like 2 hours. This is amazing, And then I'm looking to seeing, what's going on, like what are people getting, like what can I do to help them out? And they're just really liking it. They're out of their vitamins, or they want to take ionics twice a day instead of once a day because they like it so much. So think about that with residual income. And to me, that's what it means.
Awesome. Any other comments or questions or thoughts, you guys? Alrighty, well, we're going to wrap up. I will get this recording up as soon as possible. Thank you so much, Kristin. Thank you guys for being on. Work hard. Grab those, the cycle bonuses that I'm giving. Grab the Rank Advancement bonuses. Get your butts to Phoenix. Cannot wait to spend time with you there, and we'll see you next week. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.